guys, I'm back. This is a very difficult video I'm about to shoot, and trigger warning, it does contain crying hysterically as well as a breakdown. So August 2019, I had a massive breakdown. I live alone and I'm often on social media. So when the breakdown happened, I happened to be right here in the bedroom, to my sanctuary, the place I come to when I've had a hard day. This is the inner sanctum. So I felt it appropriate to have this particular video here. Got my water. Yes. Our very best to have a lesson out of this. So basically, I'll be reacting to that breakdown. I usually try to do the whole react camera thing, but the sound was weird. It was really odd. I don't know, maybe as part of the outtakes I'll put it in there, but you'll see it was so weird. So then we go into plan B.
It's me again. I'm not okay. And once again, it's weird. I feel sick. I feel physically sick because I'm emotionally so unwell. But I've got plans in place.
Okay, at first, I'm saying it's me again. This is just for context. I had actually done a series of live videos that morning because I was so highly strung and I was running on adrenaline. So what usually happens is after night shift, there's so much going on and I've still got all that energy pumping in my system. And I do tend to either write a lot or I go on lives or I just talk because that's how I actually process everything. That's my only outlet at the time. So, and then I say I'm not okay. When I say I'm not okay, I like this. I like this a lot because it means that I'm aware that I'm not okay. But again, I'm thinking, as much as I'm saying I'm not okay, I'm not understanding that it's actually really bad. At this point, I'm thinking if I say I'm not okay, then maybe I could be like, okay, you're not okay, but you'll be okay, right? Yeah. So, and then I speak about how physically I'm unwell because of my emotional state. I was so sick. I felt so ill. It didn't help that I was on my period either. And what's very interesting for me is that the cognitive side of me, the intellectual side of me, of my brain, was very aware of the fact that I need to make a plan, have a plan in place just in case anything happens. So that's why I say, but I do have a plan because I was making plans on the other side.
my God.
Okay, so after this part, what I'm usually doing is that I'm trying not to cry. Or yeah, I'm not trying not to cry by smiling. So there's a little smile. I'm not sure what the comment was at the time, but someone must have said something that made me almost smile. But then it's too much. Like I smile, but it lasts like for 2 seconds, and then I just break down. And I can even like even now, about 1.5 years later, I can feel how much angst and how much pain I was in, and then also like just trying to remain in control. Like I don't like crying. Like I hate crying. I don't mind crying in general, but like that kind of crying, that deep, that painful, that visceral, oh, I hate it because it just makes me feel so tired and exhausted. But I also know that it's necessary because there's so much that has happened that has led us here.
I feel weak. I took painkillers this morning because I had period pains. And no, I didn't overdose. I took painkillers, and then I also wanted to sleep because I can't sleep. It's hard to live when you don't want to live, but you don't want to die, but you want to die so that it all ends. Whew, wow. Whew, okay. um I think I think that I think I think
Okay, so in this one, I just acknowledge that I'm feeling weak, and then I speak about how I take painkillers in the morning because I was on my period pains. And my thinking behind taking painkillers was actually in the hopes that what would happen would be that they would knock me out. I hadn't slept the Friday I didn't sleep, or Saturday I didn't sleep, Sunday I didn't sleep, but I didn't mind that I didn't sleep on Sunday because Monday would be when I knock off, it would be the end. I wouldn't have to wake up to go to work. So on the Monday, when I came back home, I slept for a bit and then sleep went away. And that's what actually frustrated me. Like, I think I slept about an hour or two. And then when I woke up, then it was just like, I'm so tired. I just need sleep. And then it wouldn't come. And then it frustrated me that I couldn't sleep. So then everything just came boom at once. Um, and then when I say, and I'm going to read this, I am using notes because I had to improvise. I say, it's hard to live when you don't want to live, but you don't want to die, but you want to die so that it all ends. I don't even remember saying this. But I just remember feeling like it just has to stop. I definitely remember feeling like, yo, it's everything of mine hurt. Like I was in pain. My body was tired. I was in so much pain. So having said this, this is like, wow, I was actually beyond exhausted. I'm actually also like very exhausted.
Whoo-wee. Okay. Yes. Okay. What time is it? It's 12:04. I have a plan in place. I've told my friend that if by 1 p.m. I'm not okay, she must call my mom. I don't think I'm gonna be okay at 1. So I think she must call my mom now. I'm not gonna make 1. I'm not gonna die, but it feels like I'm gonna die. But I know I'm not. I don't know why it hurts so much. I don't wanna live. Okay. Okay.
Number 4. Okay, so we just saw me trying to have control. I even look at the time and I'm like, it's 12:04. The time is 12:04, and I've told my friend that if by 1 I'm not okay, then she must call my mom. And then I say, I don't think I'm gonna make 1. And I remember, I recall having all these feelings. I definitely remember. And then this thing that I said, I'm not gonna die, but it feels like I'm gonna die, but I know I'm not. And it really, really hurt. And then I cried hysterically. So what was happening, what you guys don't see and what the camera didn't capture, was what was happening in my brain. I remember there was a point in time when I had tried to fall asleep, and then because I was so exhausted, there was this feeling as if my body left my like my soul left my body. So then I got freaked out, and that like really, really freaked me out. So then I was like, no, I'm not gonna sleep if this is what it feels like. I literally felt my soul leave my body. It was like the most bizarre feeling. I've never felt something like that before. But yeah, that's that. It ends. It's a painful, painful, painful video to watch, but it's also necessary for me to just look back and see what happened, and also to just give a bit of context to that. So I had another panic attack, and this time it was at work. Something very similar to what is happening in the video that you just saw. I didn't have enough sleep. For some reason, I lost sleep properly on the 30th of March 2021, and from the 30th of March up until the 3rd, I had very little sleep. In a space of 4 days, I think I managed about 10 hours of sleep, give or take a few hours. I then went to work, back to work on Thursday because I had been on leave. Thursday was the first. I remember telling my colleague I was very tired. By 10 o'clock, I was a zombie. So then they excused me. They said, just go take your lunch and try to rest. I did for an hour. All was good. Gave me some energy. Fine. Worked. Felt fine. The plan was that on the 2nd, I would go to the pharmacy and get something like Biral, which is a natural homeopathic remedy that helps with sleep and anxiety. But lo and behold, unfortunately, the pharmacies were closed because it was Good Friday. And now I was like, okay. I then had Rescue Remedy that I'd bought last year when we found out about the COVID, because I know that I do suffer from anxiety. So I took some drops, and in the hopes that they would help me. So I took a few more drops because they said if the more anxious you are, the more frequent you can take the drops. So I took them in the hopes that they'd help me to fall asleep and sustain my sleep. Little was I wrong. So fine. I went to work on on Friday evening, but I was beyond exhausted. I was incoherent. My thoughts were slow, my speech was slow. I remember driving to work. Work from me is about 20 minutes drive, but it took me a good 30 to 40 minutes because I was just so exhausted. I felt like I was broken. But also I didn't know what I could say that if I called in, what would I say that I'm just too tired. So just, I don't know. So I went to work, had a good time, played with the kids. Like my kids were amazing that day. And then all was well. I knew that I wasn't okay when I was unable to write. I remember thinking I need to write the progress report, and my hand started shaking. And I was like, okay. I went to the loo, had my little cry because that's where we go when things get rough in the hospital. Trust me, all of us we know a stall that we can go to and we just relax, cry it out, wash our faces, and go back and be normal again. So that's what I did. I made a decision a long time ago that I would document all parts and pieces of me in terms of the good, the bad, and the ugly. So even when I'm crying, I do take, just so that I see that things can get really bad, but they can also get really good. So that's what I did. This colleague, doctor friend of mine, came through to check me out, and then that actually like lifted my spirits for quite a little bit. I was like, okay, I can do this, I can do this. All I need to do is get through this shift, go home, get something to help me sleep, even if it's over the counter, and then we'll see from there. If I can get sleep, then I'll be fine. Whew, little did I know that Shem wasn't gonna make it. Little did I know that my body was just gonna be like, we've been trying to tell you that we are done. My brain was like, we've been trying to tell you we're done. But I don't know which part of me was like stubborn and was like, no, we'll keep on. So I remember so clearly. I'm actually gonna, I don't even know how to do it, but I'll put it on my Facebook page, the write up of exactly what happened so that you can read it. Um, I'm Sister Love on Facebook. Yeah. Um, so, anyways, come around 3:30 and all hell broke loose. I was about to write again. I was about to write. I remember I was about to write Lu Yanda, and then I managed to get the L and the U, and then I just broke down. I started doing the breathing exercises that I was taught, trying to like calm myself. I remember sitting up straight and going, and then for some reason, I don't know at what point it happened, it just, that breathing then quickened. And before I knew it, I was having a full blown panic attack, and the wailing started. And then my colleagues were alarmed, and everyone got up. And lucky for me, I had my rescue remedy in my bag because it was now my, going, like, it was the thing that was going to help me. So that's what I did. I took some of that.